transformed to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. SafeStep walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. SafeStep walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Hey, it's Dean Thomas, and man, am I excited to partner with IceBod Active, the first wearable cryotherapy. Just put it on and go. It's form-fitting compression shirts and pants that have pockets that fit flexible ice-cold gel packs. So whether you play golf, tennis, pickleball, basketball, whatever, visit icebodactive.com to get yours today. Use coupon code ESPN1063 and get 20% off your first purchase. icebodactive.com, icebodactive.com.
Introducing DQ Grill and Chill's new Parmesan Garlic Tossed Chicken Strips. All white meat, juicy chicken strips tossed in rich, creamy Parmesan sauce. You won't find chicken strips like this anywhere else. Plus, the Mint Brownie Blizzard of the month. And the new Confetti Dip Cone with rainbow sprinkles. Free Cone Day is Tuesday, March 19th, where you can get a free small vanilla cone, applicable to one person. DQ Grill and Chill, 4828 Lake Worth Road, and US 1, just south of North Lake. All right, sports fans, let's get ready for some world-class soccer action. The MLS Showdown is happening, and it's happening right in your backyard at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Come see him for yourself, the greatest of all time, the legendary goal scorer. Watch him create real magic, and after the game, indulge in a winning lineup of eats, drinks, and adventures in Greater Fort Lauderdale. It's the perfect match. So make a fast break to visit Lauderdale.com and check out some travel tips to score some goal-worthy fun in the vibrant heart of Greater Fort Lauderdale.
Time now for a PNC Pause. PNC Bank is committed to making a difference in the lives of the customers they serve in the South Florida community. See how at PNC.com. You're listening to ESPN 1063. It's the 4 o'clock hour on ESPN 1063. Fueled by Celsius, essential energy drinks.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a...
Josh Cohen, and the home team.
This is Josh Cohen and the home team. Listen live worldwide on any smart speaker by saying play ESPN West Palm. This is ESPN 1063.
Because every single day above ground is a good day. It is the home team for the ride home. And we are live for that afternoon drive. Like it says on I-95. 4 to 6, ESPN 1063. 4 to 6, the ESPN app. 4 to 6 live on any smart speaker, any connected device. Simply by telling it, play ESPN West Palm. Home team, middle of the week, last day in Stu Studio. Tomorrow we'll be live from the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. The tournament formerly known as the Honda Classic, now run by the PGA Tour. We'll be live from the Turn at 10. Thursday, Friday. Actually, we'll be out there Saturday and Sunday as well. Saturday, a special broadcast, me and Theo Dorsey. Lil Brandon, as they call him. Not Big Teddy, right? But Lil Brandon.
I saw his credential. They didn't use his on-air name. They went with a government name. I felt bad for him.
That's not his government name. His government name is Brandon.
That's what I'm saying. They used his government name. They didn't go with his show name.
It says Brandon Dorsey
yes.
No, it doesn't.
On his credential, yes.
It does.
Can't wait to mess with Theo about that. Anyway, Wednesday means the First Lady of the Delusional Republic who's heartbroken today, Jeanette Javier.
Yeah, I cried over a guy today for
You
the
literally,
first time in a
you
while.
literally cried over a man today.
I did.
And it wasn't a date.
No.
And it was a baseball Hall of Famer.
Yes.
It was one of the Boston sports icons. If you are doing the Mount Rushmore is difficult. But Boston baseball, Mount Rushmore, he's a no-brainer. But Boston sports, you got Bobby Orr, you got Bob Cousy, you got Larry Bird, you got Bill Russell. In football, you got guys like Tom Brady, Ted Williams in baseball. But David Ortiz broke your heart.
David Ortiz
Big Papi.
stood me up today.
Big no-show.
At the Cognizant Classic.
Not Big Papi, but big no-no. Big no-show. Big ghoster.
And
how do you say ghost in Spanish?
Oh, I don't know.
Hote.
Ante?
No, I don't know.
What?
I said Hote. Jote. Yeah, it's a
Is it?
Spanish
You know how to
word.
say ghost? Spirit? Ghost?
I don't know.
Jeanette, you got to have the answer here.
I'm failing you miserably. But
I thought Spanish was your first language.
it
It's your
was.
second language.
Yeah, no, it's first.
All right. You sure?
Yes.
And you don't know ghost?
No.
Let me text my girlfriend real quick. I
Go.
bet she knows.
She probably
I bet she
would.
knows.
But what he means to me culturally as well, he is a Dominican god. You think of the most prominent Dominican baseball players ever. It's like David Ortiz, Pedro Martinez, Albert Pujols,
There's a lot.
Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, there's a lot of great Dominican ball players.
So I gave up working shifts. I gave up bartending last night and the diner this morning so I could have my
you
conversation
lost
with
money.
Big Papi.
You gave up money for this.
But I mean, to have a conversation
You should bill them.
in Spanish
You should bill them.
with Big Papi,
should bill
the
him.
trade-off was huge. And the opportunity from the station to do that, also huge.
What's weird is that I know a girl that works for one of the local TV stations, and he kept his appointment with her today because she was doing the same thing you were, and he kept his appointment with her.
I don't think so.
That's salt to the wound.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you'll see it tonight. I'll tell you what channel. I'll tell you off the air what channel. You can watch them on TV together. Anyways, the Miami Heat win again because all they do is win no matter what. Didn't matter they had no players on Monday night. They went and handled their business in Sacktown. They were an 8-point dog, and they still won outright. Last night, they were a 7-point favorite on the road at Portland on a back-to-backer. And what do? They win. All they do is win. What did I tell you? 5 in a row.
Feel good to be a Heat fan.
It's a good time to be a Heat fan because they are rolling finally. They win again on their east to west coast swing. 5 straight now. Heat were down 10 at half. They actually win by 10, 106-96. That is a tough break for people who bet on the Portland Trail Blazers because you were up pretty big and you led throughout, and then the second half the wheels just fell off.
And that's without Jimmy, too. Like, he was suspended.
No, he
this
played
game.
last night.
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah,
mind.
no, you're thinking the night before.
Yep.
Right. So they had the players back for last night.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Meanwhile, to the NBA over across the east side, the Cleveland Cavaliers have a former Heat player in the name of Max Strus. Max Strus is Tina's NBA crush.
I mean, yes.
Is he one of yours?
Absolutely. Yeah. He's in the top 10. JJ Redick is still number 1 for me. But
JJ Redick is your current players.
Oh, current Max Strus is definitely top
Max
3.
Strus your number 1?
Top 3.
What about Caruso? Just kidding.
Hey.
What?
Alex Caruso has some charm to him. He's not very superficial attractive, but
he
he's
can
got
have charm.
something.
He needs to get some hair.
He's one of those guys who has a good personality.
He's a terrible looking person. Let's just call it what it is. Not to be petty and shallow, but let's do that for a second. Max Strus last night. This is one of those games where, the Miami Heat go, damn it. If we knew he could do it like this, maybe we should have found a way to keep him here. He had 5 threes in the final 4 minutes of the game. 15 in the final 4. All from three-point land. You're making faces, C-Cat.
Yeah, because people were calling it the greatest, how the game ended, the greatest heat check of all time. That's not the way to use the word heat check.
That's not a heat check. No. How would you explain a heat check?
When you take a dumb shot, it looks really dumb, stupid. No coach would advise that shot, but you only shoot that deep 3 because you made 2, 3, or 4 shots prior.
Is that what a heat check really is?
I have no idea what a heat check is.
Doesn't sound like the way it's been used for decades. Doesn't sound like the way. I mean, heat check started being a thing, I want to say, around the time of NBA Jams, about 1993. So we're talking about 30 years. I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily completely accurate.
Is that what they say after you get like 3 shots in a row in NBA Jams?
Right, maybe an NBA Jam is used that way, but modern day, when you're playing pickup hoops, you call it a heat check if it was a dumb shot, but you have the hot hand, so you're checking the heat of your hand.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, anyways, Max Strus, he lit it up. 15 in the final 4, all from 3, 5 threes, count them, bang, 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 bang. Take a listen to this chaotic final 10 seconds of the clock because the Cavs had the lead. They inbound. It gets stolen. Dallas scores. And then with no timeouts, Cleveland's got to inbound it. The ball goes to Strus, and then he jacks one up from almost half court. Take a listen.
Cleveland to inbound, just to the left of the Cavs bench.
All we need is a deflection.
Pass deflected by Mobley, but grabbed by Doncic. Doncic bounced underneath the PJ, and he laid it in with 2.6 to go. Cavs out of timeout. Strus into Mobley. Back to Max. Half-court shot. Good! Good! He hit it! Cavs win! This place is going crazy! The Cavaliers had 2.6. They were out of timeouts. Strus let it fly. Strus hit nothing but net. Strus on the loose with the game winner. 121, 119 in one of the most incredible endings you will ever see.
They were lit in Cleveland last night. Listen to that field house, that Rocket Mortgage field house. They were going crazy on a Tuesday night in the middle of, well, not the middle, but the late part of February. They were going off.
Yeah, and even his voice kept crackling because he was so excited.
Didn't expect the shot to go in. It's a weird finish, but listen, to each story there are two sides, and into each outcome of a competitive ball game, as this was a competitive game, there is the thrill of victory, and then there is the old, as they said on ABC Wide World of Sports, the agony of defeat. We just heard the thrill of the victory. Now let's listen to the guys from the Dallas Mavericks radio network, including the analyst who's calling for them to review the shot, even though the ball was shot when there was 1.3 seconds left. Take a listen.
Cleveland will take the ball out of bounds.
I love this kind of stuff.
Not for long.
A lot more if they make a shot here. Deflection, and Luka comes away with it. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, underneath, Washington, 2.6 to go. They're out of timeouts. Dallas leads by 1. Mobley, Strus, a heave. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Max Strus, I don't believe it.
They got to review it.
They got to review it.
From 60 feet, absolute heartbreak city.
This one I thought I had seen it all.
Max Strus made 5 threes in the last 5 minutes of the game.
4 minutes.
Including a shot from 60 feet away.
That is what we call wishful thinking. When you say, they got to review it. No, if you watch it, literally, the ball gets shot from beyond half court. And literally, when he lets go of the ball, there's a second and change. You're not even inside of decimals. There's 1.3 left on the clock when the ball is released. So, no, you don't have to review it. You don't have to review it. I just love the announcer going, oh, no. Oh, no. He said 3 times?
Yeah.
Oh, no. The unimaginable.
Those are you kind of count down the moments playing sports when you're a kid. Step up to the plate, you're playing wiffle ball, bases loaded, 2 outs, down by 3. Oh, it's a walk-off grand slam. You practice those things because they're never going to happen. Half-court shot for the win in the NBA.
We've all done that a million times. We listen, used to spend an hour doing that. I remember being in the driveway going 3, 2, 1, and then heaving it up, and then doink, and then 3, 2, 1, and doink, and then 3, 2, 1, and you do it until you make one, and then you run around and then you go inside. I remember vividly the driveway of the house I grew up in Geneva, New York. And by the way, in the wintertime, the sun sets at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Really?
This right now, well, it's later, obviously, because we're, getting towards springtime, and the sun sets later. But if I check the weather right now, first of all, what time do you think the sun will set here in West Palm Beach today? What time, according to Apple, will the sun set? What time, Jeanette?
6:34.
What time, Seacat?
I think Jeanette's close. 6:29.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Could not be further. 6:20. In Geneva, New York. So the sunset gap isn't that bad this time of year, but December, January, the gap is pretty substantial. Sunset tonight in Geneva, New York is 5:55. So it's only 25 minutes earlier than it is here.
Well, the way my mind thinks, it's in Geneva, the sun is down by the time the show ends. Here in West Palm, the sun is still up. You could do something.
4:15 this time. Right now, if it is December, early January, I bet you it's dark right now. I bet you it's just gray. Speaking of which, in Geneva, New York right now, 45 degrees and drizzling.
Ew. No.
It's all gray skies, complete gray cover, 45 degrees and drizzling. That's my hometown right now.
Listen, I was out at the Cognizant Classic today being stood up by David Ortiz, and it was beautiful and stunning. The birds were chirping. And it's going to be like that all 4 days of the tournament.
To get back on schedule to where we was, how do we get to sunsets, by the way? How do we get to the sunset?
Talking about heaving up half-court shots when you're growing up in Geneva, New York.
Yeah. Sitting there in the driveway. Cat Knowles, we did it. You did it. Jeanette, I'm sure you did it. 3, 2, 1. And then you let it go. And you tell yourself, I'm not going inside until I make one. And then it starts getting dark. It starts getting really cold. And the street lights come on. You're like, come on, man, I got to make one. So you start getting closer to the hoop. It started as a half court. Now you're finishing it almost as a layup because you got. I got to make one. I'm terrible. I got to make one. 3, 2, 1. There was a commercial a few years back, and by a few years I mean probably 30 years ago, and it was exactly what Cat's talking about. It may have been for Pizza Hut. It may have been for a sport or soft drink. And there was a little boy, and he was dribbling, and he's in the driveway, and they played it during March Madness tournament. And the kid is going, he does this, he does that, blah, 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 for the win, and the buzzer. And then he shoots the shot, and they show the ball go up in slow motion, and it bounces, and he misses. And then the kid goes, he was fouled. He was fouled. You never saw the commercial?
I don't remember it per se.
Loved it. Can't remember now what it was for, but absolutely loved it.
He was fouled.
He was fouled. He looked around. He was fouled. Like, I still got a chance to win this. Yeah, no, it's one of the only thing that makes it better is if it's to make the playoffs or to advance in the playoffs, or even obviously the greatest is, Game 7. We almost saw, if you remember the NCAA final, it was Butler, right?
Butler with Gordon Hayward.
Butler, same spot on the floor, and it almost went into beat Duke, I want to say.
Yep, it was Duke. That was the modern version of the Cinderella story that I can remember. I don't remember the Valparaiso, but I remember that Butler. That got me into March Madness.
Was that 2009?
I don't know the year. It's top of the head.
All right. Anyway, congratulations, Max Strus. You've proved your worth. And Jeanette thinks you are the sexiest man currently in basketball.
Agreed.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Currently?
I put him up there. Yeah.
Sexiest?
Yes.
All right. Meanwhile, drama at Texas Tech. We've had problems with crowds in college basketball. Obviously, we saw what happened with Caitlin Clark. We saw what happened this past weekend with with Filipowski from the Duke Blue Devils as they lost at.
He's playing tonight. He's good. He didn't get injured.
Yeah, as he got his ankle turned, I guess. Filipowski did Saturday at Wake Forest. That became a whole controversy. But now we've got Texas Tech fans that were furious over the officiating in the game against Texas last night. Texas Tech fans were throwing stuff onto the court, their water bottles, their trash, their whatever. And as a result, the official has to tee up the team, technical foul assessed, because it's their building, their fans. That's how you hold them accountable. Take a listen to the broadcast team and then the official, and then what you'll hear is the head coach of the Texas Tech Red Raiders who has to get on the mic and say, stop throwing stuff, you idiots. You're costing us. Listen.
And here comes another water bottle. I think Grant McCaslin. And even more. This is not good. Things are getting out of control. Yeah, this is not good. If I'm Grant McCaslin, I get on the microphone right now.
And the entirety of the Texas bench is near midcourt.
Everybody listen. Hey, right here, everybody listen. Everything that gets thrown on the floor, we're going to get a technical foul. Listen to me. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. Nothing else on the floor. Am I clear?
I'll say this: they respect their coach because he said, "Listen," and they got quiet as hell. And I thought they thought he was going to say, "Keep throwing stuff, bleep these guys."
Sabotage.
Were they thinking that he was going to be like, "Let's burn this place down"?
I don't know what mindset I would be in as a Red Raiders fan who's so angry and so peed off that you want to throw stuff on the court, and then the coach says that. I don't know what that does to your mental, right? Like, do you diffuse the anger? Like, you're right.
To me, it's like you.
No, you just feel ashamed.
Yeah.
Like,
Kind of,
damn
yeah.
it,
When you're
we're
doing
idiots.
something bad, and then like the head of the household tells you to stop, and you're like, "Oh crap, maybe I have done something bad." You know, when I get this person's attention, I need to chill out.
It reminded me of one of my favorite moments in the history of the National Football League.
Oh, here we
Not
go.
a game being played, not a play in a game. One of my favorite moments of something being said or done on the microphone, something being said or done by a coach. I have memories that go back through the 80s and 90s and 2000s and teens and 20s. I have all these cataloged in my head. This is one of my favorites because this was long before the internet and social media and people being intentionally petty. Take a listen. Some of you will remember this. Cincinnati Bengals, home game. Head coach Sam Weish. This is in 1989. For those that remember, earlier that year, January of that year, they went to the Super Bowl. They got beaten by the 49ers in the Super Bowl. So they were a good program at that time. Sam Weish, in that NFC, what was then a different division, but now we call it the North, there is no love lost between those teams, right? They hate each other. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Cleveland, they hate each other. Baltimore's there now. Didn't used to be, but okay. They hate each other. Listen to Sam Weish because people were throwing snowballs onto the field at the officials, at players, and then the NFL said, you got to do something, and the officials were like, you got to do something. So Sam Weish actually gets a microphone, but he's on the field. I don't know how that works. Like, he literally has a microphone, and he's standing on the sideline. Take a listen to head coach of the Bengals, Sam Weish, in 1989, letting the fans know not just to stop doing this, but reminding them where they don't live. Listen.
Will the next person that sees anybody throw anything onto this field, point them out, and get them out of here? You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati.
I'm going to really get their attention. I'm going to really get their attention by reminding them, you're not scumbags that live in Cleveland. This is Cincinnati. We're better than that. He didn't have to bring Cleveland into it.
Oh, the delivery could not be any better.
The delivery was perfect.
That was a class act.
He started to lose his patience. You can hear he starts to lose his patience because he says, well, anybody that sees anybody do anything like this, get him out of here because you don't live in Cleveland. I'm like, oh, my God.
So I'm imagining this is what Weish did. He walks up to someone like Jeanette, because Jeanette is the in-game host for the Houston Astros. Give me that mic. Grabs it from her arms. I got something to say. And then he fired off.
Except that has nothing to do with what actually happened.
No, but I get where C-Cat's the image of him being so upset and wanting to let it all out.
Who else has a microphone?
Yeah, there's no in-game host. Didn't happen.
Yeah,
and he was
Yeah, I mean, if they're doing on-field promotions and stuff like that
in
the
an NFL game in 1989.
Well, then they had to get a mic down there somehow.
When's the last time you went to an NFL game and saw an in-game host that was like, "Hey fans, I'm over here with"?
That was 2023 in Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville, they had one? Okay.
Yeah, in Tampa Bay.
So Sam Weish was told by the officials that he needed to address. He was told that he didn't want to do it, and there was no in-game host. They didn't even actually play music back in the day. It's going to sound like if you go back and watch an NBA game from 1989, there were cheerleaders, and there was a little bit of a halftime. But like now where music's being played till the ball's brought to midcourt, that stuff didn't exist.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't exist. Yeah, Sam Weish said, he went on to explain a couple years ago on the Rich Eisen show, that they had received letters from the National Football League headquarters. The commissioner told the coaches and the teams, we got an issue with snowballs, and you guys got to shut it down. Zero tolerance policy for this. Started in Philadelphia. They used to put like batteries and rocks inside snowballs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then the league said, enough of this.
What?
So the officials told Sam Weish, you got to do something. They'll listen to you. He then goes, takes the mic. It's got the windscreen on it, the foam Nerf ball on the end. And he does the spiel about you don't live in Cleveland, which is hilarious. And then the crowd goes crazy, and they stop throwing snowballs, and they actually listened.
I have a question. As a person who's only seen snow twice in her life, never have really made a snowball or thrown a snowball, do snowballs actually hurt?
Yes.
When they hit you?
Yeah, they hurt. Yeah.
I just like snow. Snow's so soft and
There's
light.
different types of snow. There's heavy snow, there's light snow, there's powder snow, and there's wet snow.
Mhm.
And the wet stuff sticks together, becomes almost like an ice ball.
Oh, okay.
Becomes solid.
Yeah, I was just wondering
And
because
like-
it just seems like something cute. Be like, ha ha
No.
ha, here's a snowball.
No, you can break teeth. You can
Oh,
get cut.
really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got hit with a snowball once, and it cut my lip.
Really?
And I was bleeding out.
Like if you're getting one with a battery and a rock in it.
No,
I know.
Just ice from a snowball.
Really?
It cut my lip. And I was leaving a trail of blood as I ran crying into the house.
When
from the end of the
You
street.
ran crying?
I was bleeding pretty good, and it was burning. And
How old were you?
6 maybe, 5 or 6.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was like, Josh, if you were like 20-something,
Nah.
crying over a snowball, you would have never lived that down.
I would imagine I wouldn't be crying from a snowball at 20-something. No, I was I was 5 or 6, and it caught me on the lip, and I remember feeling this hot kind of, it wasn't even the pain, because it didn't really hurt that much. I remember hot, and I remember the taste of metal, and I remember looking down, and the snow is now red, and the blood is melting into it. And so you're 5, you're 6, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm going to bleed out. I'm going to die. And it was at the end of my street, and I remember running into the house and crying, and then realizing, okay, like you said, there's really no need to cry. You just got, a couple stitches, and you'll be good.
Well, when stuff like this happens, when a crowd is so angry because of the officiating or whatever, the people in the front row don't do the trash throwing because you can easily get pointed out and like, get out of here.
1,000%.
It's like several rows back, and that escalates to where people in the upper decks are throwing stuff. They're not reaching the field. They're nailing the fans that are sitting in the crowd because they don't have good enough arms. So you do have fans like, thank you, stop throwing stuff because I'm
I would
getting
imagine.
nailed.
Yeah, I'd imagine. He had no reason. All he had to say was, folks, stop throwing snowballs. We're going to be penalized. It's going to cost us your team. Please stop doing this. And if you have someone who keeps doing this, please, as a section, point them out to security. Instead, he got on the mic, and instead of being calm and classy, he said this.
Will the next person that sees anybody throw anything onto this field, point them out, and get them out of here. You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati.
The "you don't live in Cleveland" made the crowd go crazy. Because they're like, we hate those people. We hate that city. We hate those people. We hate that team. Suck on that, Cleveland. You don't live in Cleveland. It made Sam Weish a legend in Cincinnati.
It's a legendary audio.
It made
period.
him a legend in Cincinnati. And I forget who they were playing, but it wasn't Cleveland. Like if it was Cleveland, you'd be like, okay, all right.
So there was.
They weren't playing the Browns.
I thought they were playing the Browns. So
I don't think they were.
There was no reason to bring Cleveland into this.
That's what I'm saying.
They were hating on Cleveland, period.
If memory serves me correct.
I love it that much more.
If memory serves me correct, they were playing like Pittsburgh or someone that had nothing to do with Cleveland.
I am obsessed with this now.
So C-Cat's looking it up. Who are they playing in that game in 1989?
The Seahawks.
Okay, they're playing Seattle. And by the way, Seattle was in the AFC at that time. So I know you're thinking like, man, that's really Seattle was an AFC team.
So they really just dragged Cleveland in the mud for no reason, just to make a point that they hate it so much. Stop throwing it. Your stuff, unless you want to be associated with that city.
Sam Weish is flat out saying, you know those people you hate in that city you hate that are classless scumbags? Yeah. Don't be like them. You're being like them.
For no reason.
And I want to go on the record by saying Cleveland is a beautiful city with amazing architecture and culture and restaurants. I love Cleveland, particularly in the summertime. So for Weiss to say that now kind of hurts my soul. But at the time,
I love that idea.
but me as a young person in 1989, when he said it, I was like, oh my God, because you didn't have coaches do that. You understand? In 1989, coaches didn't do that. Coaches would say things like, please stop throwing the snowballs. You're hurting your team.
I'm cracking up because it just makes the story that much better. The fact that the whole crowd cheered
They didn't care.
that heavily because they were dogging on Cleveland for no reason.
They didn't care.
That's hilarious, Josh.
They didn't care at all until he said you don't live in Cleveland. And then they went, yeah! Bleep those scumbags.
I love them. That's iconic.
The Texas Tech sound today from the game last night of the coach saying, stop doing it, we're going to get technicals. It immediately just goes, mind, take me back. Oh, Sam Weish, 1989. And you don't live in Cleveland.
Well, it's more dangerous in the basketball games because of how close the players and the benches are to the actual crowd. But did you see the rest of the atmosphere? There was a fan in Texas Tech rooting against Texas last night, of course. He had to get dragged out of the stands. I believe it was the student section.
And he was chanting bad words.
And he had like
Texas.
2 cops for each appendage of him.
2 on his left leg, 2 on his right leg, 2 on his left arm, 2 on his right arm. And he's chanting, bleep you, Texas.
Yep. They didn't have any tape to cover his mouth, so he used what he had to get his message across.
Yep.
Can I have my petty, proud FAU alum moment?
Yes.
It kind of reminds me of Memphis versus FAU last season when Memphis fans were throwing bottles on the court, and Penny Hardaway, which me as a diehard Orlando Magic fan can't believe I'm saying negative things about him. Penny did absolutely nothing, and FAU won that game.
Yeah, he got a lot of flack for that.
100. That's what I'm saying. Absolutely. So at least this coach cares enough, unlike Memphis.
I heard a rumor as to why Penny Hardaway said nothing. He didn't know where FAU was located.
Oh.
You don't live in
Come on.
Florida Atlantic town, wherever they're situated.
That Dunk City?
One went to the Final Four last season.
Yeah.
One did not.
After they beat Memphis in the first round.
Exactly.
Yeah, Memphis was the first round game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some questionable officiating in that game, too, by the way. If memory serves me, there's some controversial, not questionable, controversial officiating down the stretch of that game. But Memphis obviously got their revenge on Sunday by knocking FAU off.
Yeah, it was a tough game.
I was disappointed. FAU, I think I tweeted this out. They're a one-hit wonder. They are not. They need to get fraud checked.
The first time they weren't in the poll was last week, Josh. You're just trying to be upset. You're just trying to get a reaction out of me. I know. FAU is doing great, okay?
What do you want to bet they don't make the Final Four again? What do you want to bet?
Put something on the line.
Oh, come on.
What do you want to bet?
Put something on the line. I don't know.
I say no Final Four. You say Final Four. What do you want to bet?
I don't know. Figure it out. You just threw this on me. I don't know.
Why are you laughing, C-Cat?
A chum in the waters here. Jeanette, the odds that they make the Final Four again are very slim. Just by nature. So that should not be the bet here. It should be make it to the second round or make it to the second weekend.
Christian, look at me. Josh is no longer in the room. Actually, Josh can't hear me. I'm not banking on them to make it to the Final Four this season.
Bet me then.
What's on the table? Put it on the table.
There is sad news, and this is heartbreaking as we shift gears, and I want to get this covered and out the way because this is very, very you often hear of when a spouse passes, the other spouse dies of a broken heart, particularly couples that have been together for a very long time. This is heartbreaking. I had no idea that she was sick. Stacey Wakefield, the widow of longtime Major League Baseball player Tim Wakefield, the great knuckleballer from the Boston Red Sox. Stacey Wakefield died from cancer nearly 5 months to the day after he did, the family announced today. This according to Field Level Media. Stacey Wakefield died after battling pancreatic cancer. Tim died October 1st from brain cancer at age 57. Quote, the loss is unimaginable, especially in the wake of losing Tim just 5 months ago. Our hearts are beyond broken, the family said in a statement released by the Red Sox, adding, quote, we feel so lucky to have had her in our lives, and we take comfort in the fact that she will be reunited with Tim, the love of her life. They were married in 2002. They're survived by their 2 children, Trevor and Brianna, who were born in 2004 and 2005, respectively, which means they're either 19 and 20 or 18 and 19 years of age, and now they are without parents after having lost both in a 5-month span. That is awful. That's when I say every day above ground is a good day. Some are just better than others. All things in perspective, my friends. All things in perspective. When we come back, we shift gears. Speaking of the misbehaving last night in Texas Tech, which famous on-air personality and current podcaster has a brilliant idea to stop court storming among college kids once and for all? This is an idea I think is pretty brilliant. It's pretty simple. C-Cat's going to love this idea, probably more than anybody. You'll find out exactly what that is. First, though, it is spring training time. Jeanette just came from the Cacti Park of the Palm Beaches, formerly known as the Ballpark of the Palm Beaches. Cacti Park, Military Trail, Haverhill, right there on 45th Street. Spring training home of the Washington Nationals and another team from Texas.
The American League West champions, Houston Astros, get it right.
Did they make the Final Four?
No.
They did make the Final Four.
No.
What do you mean? Are the Houston Astros
The Elite
in
Eight?
baseball? They did make the Final Four.
Were they in the American League Championship Series?
I guess they were.
They were. The Rangers beat them.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I see what you did there.
The Rangers beat them?
Anyways, I hope you guys don't miss me so much in the next month because
We'll be fine.
there's so much action going on right now at Cacti Park. As I mentioned, the Houston Astros and Washington Nationals go off in spring training. They're facing some pretty great teams. Maybe you've heard of the Boston Red Sox and the Philadelphia Phillies. The St. Louis Cardinals are passing by. The Miami Marlins are too. New York Mets fans, they will be there a couple
They're
nights
not passing
as well.
by, they're coming through.
They're coming through.
That's right.
Exactly.
Passing by means you don't stop.
Oh, well, they're stopping, probably going to lose, and then they're going to go back to where they came from.
Don't see about that.
But anyways, yes, tickets are on sale now. Cacti Park, CactiPark.com. Tickets on sale now. Go check them out. Hopefully I'll see you there. I'm excited.
CACTI Park.
.com, which means .com in Spanish.
Okay, so just do it all one time together in English.
CactiPark.com.
CACTI Park.com. There you have it. Which famous podcaster, television personality with a brilliant idea to stop court storming? C-Cat's going to be so excited when he hears this. He's going to be like, yeah, I'm for it. He's going to start attending games he doesn't care about. Just for the sake of it might happen. It's the Home Team on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
International Diamond Center invites you to step into a world of elegance and luxury as we roll out the red carpet for the world's 2 largest bridal designers. Next weekend, March 8th through 10th, Tacori and Verragio will be here with their entire collections. Exceptional handcrafted rings made with intricate detail and craftsmanship. See the entire collection from Tacori. Exquisite handcrafted rings from true artisans in California. And here from New York, see all the latest from Verragio. Unique, distinctive, and personalized. Find the ring of your dreams and enjoy 2 years zero-interest financing. Plus, at this event, when you buy any Tacori or Verragio ring, IDC will give you a $500 gift card. Buy the matching wedding band and get a $1,000 gift card. Don't miss this spectacular event featuring the most exclusive designers in bridal, and let IDC's experts help you match up the most perfect diamond for the ring you'll fall in love with. It's happening next weekend, March 8th through 10th, exclusively at International Diamond Center, US 1 and PSL Boulevard, on approved credit.
Any business that wants to get to the top and stay there requires a dedicated team to implement a winning game plan. EisnerAmper's seasoned professionals provide business advisory and consulting services, such as audit, accounting, tax, HR, outsourcing, and more. EisnerAmper business advisors help clients transform their companies, build capital, innovate processes, and mitigate risk. For industry-specific strategies that meet your needs in South Florida, make EisnerAmper part of your solution. Visit EisnerAmper.com/solution.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
This is ESPN 106.3, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Find official rules for all your favorite ESPN West Palm contests by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com. That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com. You're listening to ESPN 106.3, the ESPN app, and streaming on your smart speaker.
TrustBridge is so much more than hospice care. The knowledge that their professional staff has gained from helping so many others is how they are able to provide bereavement services to families. Their team is there to help you realize that grief is a normal part of life. And whether you are most comfortable on a self-guided journey, educational workshop, or virtual group, TrustBridge is there for you. All of their bereavement services are free of charge, so it's easy to get started on your healing journey. To learn more, visit trustbridge.com.
You're listening to ESPN 106.3, presented by Rubenstein Law. 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Car accident, truck accident, Uber or Lyft accident, or slip and fall? Call Rubenstein Law. Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL and visit one of our offices throughout Florida.
Looking to play college basketball? Register today for the free Orange Bowl Florida High School Basketball Showcase presented by Memorial Healthcare System. Hit the hard court on Saturday, March 9th at the David Posnack JCC in Davie and show off your basketball skills in front of coaches from across the country for a chance to earn scholarships and aid for college. The event is open to high school juniors and seniors, both boys and girls. More than $1 million is awarded out every year. Register for free today at orangebowl.org.
Hey, it's Tina from Josh Cohen and the Home Team. It's time to freshen up your wardrobe at the Gardens Mall. They recently opened up a lot of new stores, including Nike, Southern Tide, Eli Tahari, Viore, and more. So no matter what you're looking for, I can tell you that the Gardens Mall has something for everyone. Visit thegardensmall.com for their full retail and restaurant lineup and upcoming happenings. The Gardens Mall, the premier shopping destination in Palm Beach County.
Introducing DQ Grill & Chill's new Parmesan Garlic Tossed Chicken Strips. All white meat, juicy chicken strips tossed in rich, creamy Parmesan sauce. You won't find chicken strips like this anywhere else. Plus, the Mint Brownie Blizzard of the month. And the new Confetti Dip Cone with rainbow sprinkles. Free Cone Day is Tuesday, March 19th, where you can get a free small vanilla cone, applicable to one person. DQ Grill & Chill, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1, just south of North Lake.
Experience tennis like never before at the Miami Open, presented by Ital. The Miami Open returns to Hard Rock Stadium on March 17th for 15 straight days and nights of tennis. Hard Rock Stadium provides an incredible experience for avid tennis fans and casual enthusiasts alike. Experience world-class food, curated art, exciting entertainment, all while the best players in the world compete for the prestigious title. Tickets for the 2024 Miami Open are on sale right now at miamiopen.com. Tickets start at just $25. Go to miamiopen.com. We'll see you there.
It's the 4 o'clock hour on ESPN 106.3, fueled by Celsius, essential energy drinks. This is Josh Cohen and the Home Team. Listen live worldwide on any smart speaker by saying play ESPN West Palm. This is ESPN 106.3.
Home Team live on the afternoon drive. You can watch us right now on our brand new YouTube channel, ESPN West Palm Play, in living color and sparkling high definition. Again, ESPN 106.3 FM. Live on our YouTube channel, ESPN West Palm Play, for free. Watch us as a TV show. And tell any connected device, any smart speaker, any Alexa device, any Google Home device, whatever you got, play ESPN West Palm and listen to us that way. Coming up in just a second, a brilliant idea on how to stop court storming that'll make the college kids happy. It'll also make CCAT happy. Shoot, make me happy too, probably. But a reminder that we are coming up on the greatest racing event in South Florida. Lights Out in Miami, 2024 Formula1Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix. May 3rd through the 5th. 3-day event. Art, music, world-class cuisine, cocktailing, celebrities. It's a party. And oh, by the way, the greatest racing in the world. Tickets available now. Choose from a variety of seating options, grandstands, each with a fantastic track view, putting you in the middle of the action. All tickets, by the way, give you access to the full campus to walk around, to see and be seen, to shop, to dine, to sip. The 2024 Formula1Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix, May 3rd through 5th. Visit F1MiamiGP.com. That's the letter F, numeral 1, MiamiGP.com. Do that today. CCAT, I know you were paying attention. Jeanette, I know you weren't. Were you impressed that when I did F for the camera, I did it backwards? So it looked like a normal F if you're watching. Notice that? It's hard to write backwards.
I didn't put it all together. I saw you lift your finger a couple times. I had no idea what you were doing.
I was making the letter F. Remember when Kermit the Frog on Sesame Street would draw letters? And he would go, zzzz. He would like make a noise. Zzzz. And then where his finger was would be a white line.
Yeah.
And he'd go, zzzz. And he'd make a letter M. Zzzz. So I was doing a silent.
I just need the white line to
F
put it
backwards. So I'm doing F, but I'm drawing it so it looks like an F on TV. Did I do it right? CCAT, you're watching right now. Is that an F on the TV?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Sad news again continues. We just got word that the comedian, the great Richard Lewis, is dead. Jeanette, you actually saw it on what, your Instagram post?
Yes,
you got
I
an
did.
update somehow?
Yes. On an Instagram account called Blumpkin News.
Richard Lewis, who was a guest on this show many times, we had many great conversations with him over the years. Hasn't been in a number of years, but he used to, I talked about it the other day, he used to come on the show. When he would play the Kravitz Center, he used to come on the show. When he would play the Improv, he was a regular at the Improv. People know him, I think, in a lot of ways, know him from Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's how you guys were talking about him, right? In the control room.
Yeah, not me. Yeah, some might have, yeah.
Albert Brooks, the great comedian and actor, tweeted out 33 minutes ago, rest in peace, Richard Lewis, a brilliantly funny man who will be missed by all. The world needed him now more than ever. And there's all kinds of clips about Richard Lewis on Curb Your Enthusiasm that are now trending as well on Twitter. He wasn't in great health the last couple of years. I noticed that. And he didn't look great, by the way, the last couple of years. 1947, 2024. Richard Lewis, gone at age 76. That's sad. I tell you what, man, the longer you stick around, the more people you know that head out of the party, that exit early. Lost a friend here yesterday. It's someone, I won't mention his name, but if you know the nightlife and social scene in West Palm Beach and downtown, you knew this cat because he knew everybody and everybody knew him, and he was always happy and smiling. And he was always somebody that was happy to see you, and that's rare for me. That doesn't happen too often. And so, like I was thinking today, you know, the longer that you get to stay at the party, the more people you know that are leaving the party. The party being life, as we know it in this existence on this plane.
Yeah, it's sad.
Of course it is. Of course it is. That's why every day above ground is a good day. On the side of my neck, it says one day. As Grandpa Sinatra said, if you live every day like it's your last, one day you'll be right. You know, in the movies, when someone's about to pass, there's always the sad music and, you know, the scenery changes and and there's like this final, like, all right, I'm ready. But that's not real life. People die. They drop dead. They're in the middle of a conversation. They're sitting at a traffic light. That's why you got to live every day like it's your last. Because one day, it's going to be. One day you'll be right. You understand the quote?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Just making sure. Some folks, they're like, I don't get it. If you live every day like it's your last, one day you'll be right. One day it will be. So live it up. Have dessert. Be kind. Do things. Live. You don't get an email that says, okay, your expiration date is this. Your life account vanishes in 6 months. You don't get that. It just happens.
I appreciate that because I was feeling guilty for eating 3 large, delicious, warm, gooey chocolate chip cookies today at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches after David Ortiz stood me up, and my stomach was hurting. So thank you for making me feel like
you should only feel guilty if there were other people that wanted a cookie and you took them all.
I took the last chocolate chip cookie.
Well, then you should feel a little guilty.
Okay,
You
I
should.
don't.
Which famous podcaster, on-air personality has a brilliant idea to stop court storming among college kids? Listen to Mike Golick Jr. He's got an idea that CCAT can definitely buy into.
I got the solution because I know what college kids like, and I know what crowds in general at sporting events like. Free stuff, baby. So walk with me on this. What local brand will step up to the plate and do what we see for free throws all the time? Hey, so-and-so on the opposing team misses 2 free throws. Everybody gets 2 free chicken sandwiches at Chick-fil-A or whatever the place is around campus right there. You get the opposing team successfully off the court before you storm that thing. Everybody in the crowd that night is getting free Taco Bell or whatever you want on the other side of this right here. You got to speak the love language of drunk college people. And the love language of drunk college people is free food. What will get students to self-police the other? The prospect of free drunk food on the backside of this celebration where you're going to go lift a goalpost into the river or something like this. This is the platform that I will run for public office on here. This is how we fix the court storming controversy.
Smart kid, Mike Golick Jr. Smart kid. Like his idea?
I think it's brilliant.
Why?
Because at FAU men's basketball games, they do have that deal where there is a very popular brand who gives away free donuts if the other team misses their 2 free throws in a row. students make the most noise and they cheer harder for that free donut.
Of course they do.
Than they do for pretty much almost a lot.
It's the game within the game.
Absolutely. So I think that is the perfect motivation. Like, you want that free donut? You got to go. You got to run out.
So peer pressure is an important thing. Crowd mob mentality is a powerful thing. A lot of times courts get stormed because some people are going to do it and everybody else is like, well, I guess we have to too. Or we might as well. Standing ovations. There's people that start the standing ovation. And other people feel like, oh, everybody, okay, we got it.
Those guys are so annoying.
So we got it too. So it is the reverse peer pressure. If you've never been to an old bladder bust, and they don't do these anymore, but back when I was in college, there was this thing that a bar would have where starting at 7 p.m., it is, you pay your cover charge or whatever, and then it's unlimited free beer until the first person uses the bathroom. And so they would have people at the bathrooms, and when somebody had to break the seal, as they called it, right, the bladder bust, then the promotion ends. So what you had was dudes that were blocking the bathroom saying, don't even think about it.
That is hilarious.
Don't even think about it. And like, you weren't allowed to leave, which is also a fire code issue, I guess. But like, no, if you leave, you can't. So then people started wearing Depends undergarments, adult diapers. So no one is going to use the bathroom so they don't ruin everybody else's free beer. Of course, if you say, if no one storms the court, everyone's ticket stub is good for Chalupa Supreme, they're going to be like, you better not run on the court.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So I think what Golick said, I agree with 100%, where they've got to wait till the teams are off the court. And then you kind of open the dam, or the dam breaks loose and everyone goes in the court. Make sure the opposing team is safe first.
I don't think you do it at all. Because when you do that, see, the problem is, again, you're allowing it. You're like, hold on, let this happen, then go. And then you've got liability issues because then you're allowing for kids to go run and they're going to smash into each other, and it's either all or none. It's got to be none.
Yeah.
You can't clear the court and then allow it, because then you are saying it's approved. You just have to wait a moment.
But I'm imagining, because when you see the Dallas Cowboys, I know it's different pro in college sports, but it happened at Penn State too. When you open the gates and everyone runs to their seats, like, there's not a barrier between them for the final 15 minutes. They respect that countdown.
On a football field, it's slightly different. There is, because of space. It's a little different. But regardless, you can't, if you're acknowledging that it could or couldn't, should or shouldn't happen, you can't put in rules to when it can happen, because then you have liability.
Because then it's also the event staff there, and you still have to push these people out off of the court, because you're going to put a limitation on that too?
Speaking of free food, Dr. Ben Braddock tweeted this out. And by the way, this is brilliant. Where's my Dean's List music? You probably have it on the second page, because this is worthy. This is like no, not that one. Like the
I like that beat though.
No, the Dean's List, the Pomp and Circumstance, the graduation song. Dr. Ben Braddock says, quote, "When I'm at Chipotle, I always wait until after the employee puts the first scoop of chicken on my burrito to ask for double chicken. So the size of the first scoop isn't compromised by the knowledge that I'm going to be getting a second scoop. Now the employee has shown their hand in terms of their default scoop size, so they can't skimp with my second scoop." This is a brilliant strategy that we've often used, where you don't want to let them know, so then they have to do what it is.
Yeah.
And then, oh, by the way, let me make it a double. The second scoop's got to be as big as the first scoop.
Mm-hmm.
This is, if you order it in advance, they may give you a scoop and a half. But if you order it this way, they got to give you the full and then the second full. Is there another time or place that you do something like this?
Yes.
What is it?
So I grew up
Ordering a double?
No, I grew up watching my dad do this, and I immediately saw how wrong it is after I was able to work in the service industry. Because I did it beforehand too. I would pay the bill, or he would pay the bill, write the tip in,
right,
and ask for a cappuccino or a coffee after the bill was paid.
So they're not going to ring it up again.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
Smart.
They're
Very
not going to
smart.
ring it up.
Yes.
And they're just going to let you pass the $3. Oh, don't worry about it. That coffee's on me.
I'll do that when I'm concerned there may be like extra charge for like extra sauces.
Yeah, exactly. You're took words out of my mouth. Yeah.
Right? If there's might be like extra sauces and that. So get it, pay it. Oh, can I get and let me get an extra. They go, you really want to ring it all up, start all over for 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents? Help yourself. But yeah, add sauces after. I've done it with cocktails where I see how they pour a single versus a double, like at a concert, whatever.
Yeah.
And so start to pour it, And I said, you know what, actually? Let's make it a double. And then, so it's not made 1.5. Now it's actually a true double. See, Kat, you got one?
Big rivalry when I went to school, when I was in college, the guy who made the pancakes in the cafe. When you order 2 pancakes, the pancakes were always smaller. So it's kind of the same thing as the Chipotle scoop of the meat.
Right.
So I would wait until I saw the size of the first pancake, and I was like, all right, I'll have another one of those, please. And he knew what I was doing each and every time. But me and that guy went back and forth because I worked at the same cafe, so I knew this guy.
He was trying to beat you?
Exactly.
Wow.
Pick the wrong guy, pal.
I never understood the employees that were looking out for the best interest of the multi-trillion-dollar global corporation that doesn't care about them. As opposed to you, who's someone just like them. You know what I'm saying?
They think they're the front lines, right?
And Josh, I'm glad you brought up the whole cocktail thing because I do the same thing at concerts where if I'm in line waiting for one, I will see as a bartender myself if they use a jigger or not.
Right.
And if they use a jigger, that changes my whole decision.
That measures the pour, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like a tin aluminum shot pouring measurement device.
But not only that, but some bartenders, they don't fill it up the whole way. It's weird.
Correct. Right. There you have it. Pro tips. Home team pro tips. Let it play. Yeah, because home team pro tips. That's a pro tip. Oh, I got one more pro tip for you.
Go.
If you're a big iced tea drinker at home,
that's me.
Fill your ice tray. Get the plastic ice cube trays, and then fill that with iced tea. So therefore, when the ice cubes melt, it just makes more iced tea.
Do that with your coffee as well.
Freeze your coffee is. Freeze the coffee is ice cubes?
Yep.
To make your iced coffee more coffee?
Yep.
Sure. Works for all the
Can't
above.
do that with vodka. I've tried.
Your home team helpful hints today was presented by the Miami Open, where tennis comes to play. The Miami Open returns to Hard Rock Stadium for another year of All-Star Tennis, March 17th through the 31st. That's 2 weeks from Sunday. Wow. 15 days and nights of tennis, featuring the top players in the world, including defending champions Daniil Medvedev, Petra Kvitova, and former champions like Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic, and many more. Stadium Court, if you've never been, is right in the center of Hard Rock Stadium. Coolest setting in tennis. All tickets include access to the tennis campus with additional courts. Obviously, there's lots of tennis being played simultaneously, particularly the first 4 or 5 days, 6 days. Lots of food options, beverages, art, experiences, live entertainment. Returning favorites include Kiki on the River, Bodega, American Social, and more. New restaurants this year, Milos, Fuku, Henry's, plus a brand new, all-new Champagne Garden.
Find me there.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds like fun. Also, this year, for the first time ever, an elite wheelchair tennis tournament, which is amazing if you've never seen it before. Ridiculous athletes, plus Major League Pickleball. Club level, general, everything to high-end luxury seating. Still available, but it is limited. Go to MiamiOpen.com for tickets and details. I cannot wait to go back several times to the Miami Open, where tennis comes to play. Hard Rock Stadium, March 17th through the 31st. Go to MiamiOpen.com, MiamiOpen.com. When we return, the NHL refs on hot microphones are back at it again. This is a great example of always know if your microphone is turned on or not, and you'll hear it, well, you'll hear most of it coming up next. Home Team, ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
At Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, there's something that binds us all. The collective goal to transcend the ordinary. Introducing the Ping G430 Max 10K driver. Straighter flies farther with Ping's most forgiving driver ever made. The Max 10K. Come in today and test drive Ping's newest driver at Edwin Watts Golf Shops. Visit us at your local Edwin Watts Golf Shops or shop us online at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
Banyan Printing, your trusted printing, mailing, and signage partner in the Palm Beaches for over 45 years. Banyan Printing's new metallic ink press adds that extra shine so that your product comes out in glossy gold, sparkling silver, or any other color you want to shine. Banyan Printing is the official printer of Kaiser Athletics and would love to be your official printing partner as well. Order products and learn more about what Banyan Printing can do for your business at banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
Hey, it's Dean Thomas. If you are serious about a career in golf, check out the College of Golf at Kaiser University. Enroll in Kaiser's golf management program and get your degree from the best in the business. 3 PGA Master Professionals and an LPGA Hall of Famer on staff. You can earn your degree on campus or online in just 16 months. Scholarships and financial aid are available. Take your swing at a rewarding career in golf at Kaiser University. More info at collegeofgolf.kaiseruniversity.edu.
It's the 4 o'clock hour on ESPN 106.3. Fueled by Celsius, essential energy drinks.
Well, you can tell everybody.
This is Josh Cohen and the Home Team. Listen live worldwide on any smart speaker by saying play ESPN West Palm. This is ESPN 106.3.
NHL refs have been more entertaining than the hockey itself so far this season. The things they've said, whether they realized that their mics were on or not, even when they did know that their mics were on. The stuff they've said has been hilarious. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, hi, welcome back. It's on our YouTube channel, ESPN West Palm Play. Watch us live as you listen, or vice versa, or whatever, however, whenever, via the podcast, which you can download for free, subscribe to. And remember, it eats up none of your storage space. Absolutely free. Wherever you get your podcast, subscribe to Josh Cohen, the Home Team podcast. Delivered to you daily. Listen when you want, where you want, how you want. Rewind, fast forward, pause. Hours 1 and 2, commercial free. Streamline for you. Just as you like it on demand. In an on-demand world. Coming up in just a sec, the latest instance of NHL refs amusing us. And boy, do they ever. Anna Jar and Levine, accident attorneys. Accidents happen. A lot of people think, well, I'll deal with the insurance company. No, you won't. Don't even try. Car accidents, truck accidents, slip and fall. It's simple. I got friends, Mark Anajar, Glenn Levine. They got a law firm, Anajar and Levine. They got a bunch of litigators. They got a big team that will fight for you. They do not get paid unless you get paid. And they will fight to get you the maximum compensation that you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your absolutely free, no strings attached consultation. Don't settle for just any attorney. You got to demand Anajar and Levine and the Anajar and Levine difference. One phone call to begin to take back control of your life. That's all it takes. Don't talk to the insurance companies. They are not your friend. They are not on your side, no matter what they sing. It takes one phone call. Take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. 1-800-747-3733. Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Take back control of your life. Last night, Tampa Bay Lightning, Philadelphia Flyers hockey game official doesn't realize his mic is on. We're about to face off. Take a listen.
Hagel needed to find Nick Paul in the slot, and he rips it past Sam Harrison.
Me. Are we alive or are we not alive? Yeah, the official's clearly not aware that their mic is open.
Clearly not aware that their mic was open. He said, bleep me.
Refs are just as human as we are.
Yeah, but you're wearing a microphone, and you got to be smarter than that. Coming up when we return, a shocking new claim. This may change everything. Taylor Swift tried to get in good with apparently the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line by giving them all what? I don't know how Travis Kelce would feel about this. I'm not even sure if he's aware, but he's about to be, I guess. Plus, NFL report cards are out. Not on the season, not on the draft, but how players feel about things like their coach, their weight room, their cafeteria. You're going to be shocked at who's at the very bottom, and you're probably very shocked at which players from which team absolutely love their workplace. Give it to you next. Home Team, ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3 WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
You're near 40 like I am. You feel off. People say, you're just getting old. What if there's a fix? Ken Levicki here, Elite Anti-Aging Center, because maybe it's not just old. Low testosterone, hormone imbalance. That could be why you aren't sleeping well. You lack energy and focus. Workouts are more difficult. Elite Anti-Aging Center. Get a free consultation. EliteAntiAgingCenter.com. Low T, hormone imbalance. Elite Anti-Aging Center specializes in helping you feel like you did in your 20s. Telemedicine and virtual visits available. Feel better. Elite Anti-Aging Center. EliteAntiAgingCenter.com.
Hey, it's Josh Cohen from the Home Team. Let's play a little game of question and answer. Who has the largest fleet of luxury vehicles in South Florida? A1A Limo. Who offers an on-time guarantee or your money back? A1A Limo. And whose drivers are background checked and average over 5 years of continuous service? A1A Limo. That's who. Whether it's for business or personal, from airport runs to nights on the town to games or concerts, A1A Limo is always the smart choice. Book now at A1ALimo.com. That's A1ALimo.com.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most, getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation, 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. In office, West Palm Beach.
All right, sports fans, let's get ready for some world-class soccer action. The MLS Showdown is happening, and it's happening right in your backyard at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Come see him for yourself, the greatest of all time, the legendary goal scorer. Watch him create real magic, and after the game, indulge in a winning lineup of eats, drinks, and adventures in greater Fort Lauderdale. It's the perfect match. So make a fast break to visit Lauderdale.com and check out some travel tips to score some goal-worthy fun in the vibrant heart of greater Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, it's Josh Cohen. Are you or a loved one experiencing memory loss, misplacing your keys, or forgetting people's names? Memory diseases affect not only the individual, but the entire family. Those over 50 should do memory screenings as part of their annual routine checkups. Brain Matters Research, with offices in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast, is offering complimentary memory screenings. Go to memoryscreeningsflorida.com. That's memoryscreeningsflorida.com. Brain Matters Research, making your memories matter.
Hey, it's Tina from Josh Cohen and the Home Team. Celsius is my go-to for all the good vibes. Whether I'm at the beach, hitting the gym, or hanging out with friends, Celsius keeps me refreshed and energized. Packed with 7 essential vitamins, it's the perfect drink for my active lifestyle. Try exciting new flavors like Cosmic Vibe or Lemon Lime. There's even on-the-go powder sticks so you can bring the good vibes with you wherever you go. Purchase your favorite flavor at your local retailer today. Celsius Essential Energy Drinks.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's lights out in Miami. The 2024 Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix takes off May 3rd through the 5th. The 3-day event is filled with art, music, world-class cuisine, and of course, top-notch racing. Tickets are available now. Choose from a variety of grandstands, each with a fantastic track view that puts you right in the center of the action and gives you access to the full campus. Visit F1MiamiGP.com. That's F1MiamiGP.com today.
At Edwin Watts Golf Shops, there's something that binds us all. The collective goal to transcend the ordinary. Introducing the all-new TaylorMade QI10 Max Driver, combining TaylorMade distance with the forgiveness of 10K inertia. Experience your drives in 10K. Visit us in-store for a free custom fitting at your local Edwin Watts Golf Shops or shop us online at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
ESPN 106.3. This is Josh Cohen and the Home Team. Listen live worldwide on any smart speaker by saying play ESPN West Palm. This is ESPN 106.3.
I was just listening to a diatribe by the now late and forever great comedian, writer, actor Richard Lewis on why he hates Michigan. And I was checking it to see if it is suitable for air or if there are adult words of a profane nature when CCAT brought us back in from break. I'm going to further inspect that during the break and see if, in fact, we can air it. He went to Ohio State, and you know how Ohio State versus Michigan people are. Penn State doesn't really have a rival like that. Why don't you have a true rival?
It's a big problem. I've been pushing for Penn State and Notre Dame to get together and form that rivalry because Notre Dame hates Michigan.
You guys need
Notre
to
Dame
learn to
hates
hate.
USC. The no conference thing, both used to be independent. It stinks.
But Notre Dame doesn't really care about you guys that much.
You got to force that, though. We don't care about them. I do.
I remember when Penn State was a real, football powerhouse. But still, Michigan, Ohio State is one of those great rivalries.
Mm-hmm.
Florida State used to be one of those great rivalries. In fact, Miami and Florida State used to be a great rivalry. My school, I don't know if we have any or not. I stopped paying attention 20 years ago. Your Penn State and Nittany Lions don't truly have that one date on the calendar.
They kind of
should be Penn. Should just be University of Pennsylvania.
They try Pittsburgh, but Penn State fans don't want to respect Pittsburgh enough to put them on the same level playing
They don't
field.
feel on that level.
No, Pittsburgh hates Penn State a lot more than Penn State hates Pitt.
FAU has FIU. That's the OG.
There's levels.
Now it's like USF or Memphis.
I'm just glad that following March Madness last year, members of my family were texting me going, wait, FAU's near you?
Stop.
I swear. I said, yeah, Boca. We didn't know.
I remember when I was going to FAU, it was from 09 to 13.
It's a long time ago.
I say, no, stop.
Oh, my God. You were in college before Twitter.
Stop. It was stop, Josh.
I was
having such a fun time on this show, even forgetting that David Ortiz stood me up, and then you said that, and all the negative thoughts are coming back.
I got a text message I forgot to tell you about.
No, you did not.
I got a text message asking that if I would want to be available to interview David Ortiz. He's available tonight.
No, you did not. You're just triggering me. You absolutely are.
Do you want to read it?
I do not appreciate. Yeah, I want to read it.
All right. I'll show you during the break. Continue.
Okay. I lost my train of thought.
You were saying that back when you were in college, when they didn't have computers yet,
oh,
but you guys had notebooks. You had composition books and pens that you dipped in a well of ink. Did your pen in college have a feather on the end of it? Here comes another audio thing. Here comes another one of those little videos that CCAT makes.
Oh, nice. More work.
Here it comes. When Jeanette was you were in college when? 2009?
I graduated 2013.
All right, so when did you get to college? The fall of 2009?
Yes.
Wow.
Obama had no gray hair. He was happy in office.
He'd been in office for less than 8 months.
CCAT, you chill out. You weren't even born.
Here's the timeline. When
Ew!
No, here's what's even better. When Jeanette got to college, when she was Little Miss FAU, Tiger Woods was still happily married to Elin. They had no trouble in paradise. He'd yet to smash the truck into the tree. Meanwhile, she used to write her college papers in one of those black and white composition books. Here comes a little image on the side right now. If you look at the video, I'm sure, any second. And then there's going to be a pen that has a feather on the end of it, like the founding fathers wrote with. That was your college stuff.
No.
Back in 2009.
Yeah, you watched the Yankees World Series in college.
Oh, my God.
That's incredible.
Barack Obama's hair.
No, I did not. Was it 2009? I was definitely in high school.
Barack Obama's hair had no salt, had no silver in it whatsoever. Gosh.
No, it was 2009.
You were in college a long time ago.
It was the summer.
Instagram didn't exist.
Instagram did not exist.
Snapchat didn't exist.
Not till my senior year.
Ghosting didn't exist.
I mean, yeah, it did.
No, you were just
that definitely
you were
did.
just stood up or ignored.
That existed in Facebook and MySpace.
Wasn't
days.
called.
Don't get that.
Wasn't
Don't get
called.
it twisted.
It was the first days of Twitter.
Anyways, I was going to say back in the dinosaur era is when I went to Florida Atlantic University, the Google bar would say, did you mean Florida State University when I first started going?
Really?
That was always offensive to me.
Wow.
Go
That is
Owls,
offensive.
though. Now it's different.
It's time for the cocktail hour. CCAT, do you remember what Frank Sinatra said about the cocktail hour?
It's the cocktail hour. There are cave paintings of Jeanette Javier in college.
No, you did
It's
not.
the cocktail hour. For me, it is right now.
Since we know that you're lying about being Latina, since you exposed yourself as a fraud.
No, I did not.
You didn't even know that fantasma means ghost in Spanish.
Tough look.
I
was literally we going to do a whole Dominican interview
I got
with
a text.
Big Papi today.
That's fine. I got a text today. So what? You got Babbel. You took Rosetta Stone.
Yes, I'm going to do that.
My
with him.
Colombiana girlfriend texted me. She said Fantasma.
And she's
Fantasma
right.
means what? And then you got a text same time from your Cuban girlfriend.
Said Fantasma.
Fantasma. And then you over here, Lil Miss Fraudulent, with your, I'm Latina. I'm Dominicana. What's the word for ghost? Yo no sé. I don't know.
Jeanette, he's saying I don't. Yeah, you're saying I don't know.
I'm saying I don't know. Yeah. I know that your Spanish isn't great. Anyway,
Slow it down.
So CCAP brings up a good point. Since we know Spanish isn't your first language, English apparently might be. Was hieroglyphics your second language? Back when you were in college? I didn't know you were that old. That's amazing.
But
you
you
were
know
in
what?
college in 2009. Oh my gosh.
I'm older than all of y'all, but looking better than all of y'all.
When you say
So
all of
it's
y'all,
great.
you think you're older than me?
Well, apparently, so what are you?
I was in college in the 90s. I was in college in the 90s.
I know, but I'm playing into the joke that apparently I'm the old one here.
Like, I'm the decade before you. I was in.
I'm just trying to play into
Oh my
the
God, it's
joke.
only one decade apart.
Wow.
Because you're not in 2010. Oh my God, it's only one decade apart.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
90s,
What?
2000s.
When did
Next
you graduate?
Decade. Next decade. I'm the decade before you.
No, you're not. You're not. You're
Dude,
not.
I went to college in the
You're
90s.
much older
Let's
than
move
me.
on.
You're much older than me, Josh. Don't even.
We're talking about the decades. I went to college in the 90s. You went to college in the 2000s.
Yes. Late,
It's the
like
ne- doesn't matter.
2010s.
It's the-
2010s.
It's the next decade.
Two decades.
Do you want
2 decades.
Okay, so if I say to you, muy malo, you know that means very bad.
Yes.
Right? We're going to have to teach you Spanish.
Oh, my God.
on the
happy
show.
to.
No.
Okay.
I don't know what to believe anymore. I heard that you didn't even have an interview lined up with David Ortiz at all. Heard you manufactured that also.
No, I definitely
The
did.
cocktail hour today is being presented by Bud's Chicken and Seafood. That's Bud's Chicken and Seafood. Yum, yum. Crispy, crunchy, juicy, golden brown, fried perfection, all up in your mouth. Think about taking that first bite of that USDA tenderloin fried chicken tender from Bud's and getting that little crunch and then getting that juicy and then just a little bit of grease in the corner bottom of your lip on the bottom left-hand side, and you lick it, and it's so good. It is comfort food for the soul. Mac and cheese with hot sauce, creamy coleslaw, potato salad, macaroni salad, crinkle cut fries that are a little bit mush and a little bit crunch, and a little bit mush, a little bit crush, like a series of W's. You know, crinkle cut, got that up, down, up, down, up, down. A little bit of mush crunch. All the dipping sauces. Best fried chicken in Palm Beach County, voted once again by the people. Can't argue with that. My opinion, greatest chicken tenders on the planet because it's USDA tenderloin. Who else gives you tenderloin for chicken tenders? Nobody does. They'll give you breast meat and say, oh, it's tenders. Tender should be short for tenderloin. Stop lying, people. Bud's is the best. Not only because it's family owned, not only because they are the American dream, not only because they're committed to food, family, faith, high school football in our community, but because they're making it as you order it. So it's fresh and hot and crisp. Forget about the fact that it's Seafood Fest going on right now. I was there a week ago tonight. A week ago tonight, I was there with crunchy crab cakes and butterfly coconut shrimp, fried fish with a little malt vinegar on it, that tartar sauce. Listen to me. Go to Bud's Chicken and Seafood. 6 locations, Palm Beach County. There's one near you. Order ahead. Order online at budschicken.com. Go to budschicken.com. Order for pickup. Order for delivery. Order to dine in and have it ready when you get there. budschicken.com, because it's Bud's Chicken and Seafood.
Yum, yum.
CCAT solo on the Yum and Yum.
Why?
Yep. It's just to let them shine. Everybody likes to have their moment.
Okay.
You like to have your moment.
Mm-hmm.
You almost had your moment today. And then David Ortiz said, give me someone who speaks Spanish. Give me a real Latina. I heard he's only talking to native Spanish-speaking Hispanics and Latinos.
You didn't make the cut?
No, because they were like, she gringo. She don't even know the word for ghost.
Yeah, that's tough.
By the way, David Ortiz probably in some vehicle being transported from the ballpark to his hotel or the airport, and they're listening, and he's yelling at the radio, "Fantasma! Fantasma!"
Love that for him.
And he's Dominican.
Yes, he is from Santo Domingo.
Is that why you wanted to be Dominican?
What?
Why you tell people that you are Dominican? Is it because David Ortiz?
No.
So what made you choose that you wanted to identify?
Yeah, there were
as Dominican?
What do you mean?
3 folders in front of her. She could have gone Puerto Rican route, could have gone the Cuban route, could have gone Dominican.
Well, when both your parents are Dominican, there's really no say in which way you want to go.
They're Dominican, and basically you're Dominicant. Because you can't say this word, you can't say that word, you can't remember what that phrase is. I thought that was funny. The Dominican. Yeah. I thought I'd get a laugh from you.
It's very overplayed. I get it all.
Dominicant?
Yes.
Oh, I've never heard it before.
Oh.
I thought it was being original.
No, you're not.
So I didn't just invent Dominicant?
No.
We could play a game called Dominicant.
Then go.
All right, here we go. You ready? Big Poppy, David Ortiz. Dominican. What's your vote?
See?
Dominican?
Yes.
David Ortiz, Big Poppy. Dominican?
Dominican.
All right. The next question is Dominicans.
Wait.
Jeanette Javier, yes or no?
See.
Jeanette?
I'm a Dominican. Yes.
No, see, that's the incorrect answer. Sorry. How did you forget the word for ghost?
It's
You
not
just
one.
blanked?
It's not one that I use frequently in conversation.
No, but all kidding aside, you wouldn't use phantasma for the action of ghosting someone. You wouldn't use it in that.
No.
You would use it for like Seacat lives in a haunted townhouse.
Yes.
Where people murdered each other.
Yes.
So he has fantasmas.
Yes.
Plural. Mucho fantasmas. Ay, no me gusta. I don't like. But you, on the other hand, if you got ghosted by Ortiz, you wouldn't be fantasmad.
No, that would be really weird. It's not a direct translation.
You really did cry about this. That makes me sad.
It made me tear up, definitely.
Because you're prepared.
I was very prepared.
You were looking forward to it.
Yes.
You were excited about it.
Very excited. He is the way I don't.
You were going to ask for a job on MLB on Fox. You were all set. You had your resume on an SD card, and you were all set.
I was ready to go. I've never been starstruck before, and I've had the opportunity to be.
You've never been starstruck before.
No, and I think this is the first time.
Not even the first time you came in here and met me.
No, believe it or not. I'm sorry for the disappointment.
Crazy.
But this was the first time where I was like,
This was the first time you. There's no way this is the first time you've been starstruck.
Yeah.
See, Kat, when's the first time you got? Do you remember times you were starstruck? It does happen.
Yeah, I got one. When I was a kid, Mariano Rivera, the Yankees were playing a scrimmage against Army West Point, and he was signing autographs in the bullpen, and I froze up and didn't ask for one.
He's worthy. Did you wet your pants?
No, I didn't wet my pants.
Oh, so you're better than Jim Harbaugh.
I was going to say that. I knew you were going to go there.
I have to use the bathroom.
There's been times where I've been like, oh my gosh, I have the opportunity. This is great to speak to him, like I did with LeBron James. But there's nobody where I've been like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. How incredible.
You didn't get starstruck speaking with LeBron James?
No.
LeBron James? Was it a one-on-one? Was it just a you and he? Or was
it was a group. It was a media group. It was actually when I was an intern here during the Miami Heat championship run. We were able to go into the locker room.
Oh, so it's a media scrum.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's different.
But still, you're in front of the big three during some legendary moments with the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
You would think that, especially as a college kid.
Yeah. You know when I got
That's
starstruck?
incredible.
I'm going to admit when I got starstruck.
Go ahead.
Theo Dorsey.
You mean Brandon?
Brandon, Lil Brandon. He calls himself Big Teddy, but the reality is he's Lil Brandon, and he is the co-host of LaVicka, Lil Brandon, and Stony Stones on ESPN 106.3. You should be listening to them weekdays from noon to 2. You should be watching them on YouTube. In fact, we are on the YouTube channel right now, and I'm going to throw up gang signs, very perverse gang signs, on just to teach you guys. No, I'm just kidding. But you can watch the show on our YouTube, at ESPN West Palm.
I'll throw some gang signs up with you.
A brand new channel. I'm trying to think of times I was starstruck. I got nervous doing phone interviews with celebrities before. And one of them is going to make no sense to you, and you guys are going to laugh at me.
Okay.
Kermit the Frog.
Really?
Kermit the Frog made me nervous.
You got nervous over Kermit the Frog?
Yeah, and it wasn't even the real Jim Henson. It was whoever took over Kermit after him.
Really?
He was probably sitting on the toilet. He's probably sitting talking on his cell phone. I got starstruck. When I was a kid, Kermit the Frog was like the biggest star. Muhammad Ali, Evel Knievel, and Kermit the Frog. Those are my three. Those are my guys.
Evel Knievel?
Evel Knievel.
Wow.
Muhammad Ali, Kermit the Frog. Those are my three.
Okay.
So I love Kermit the Frog my whole life. He was my guy. So to talk to him on the radio, even though it wasn't Jim Henson, it got in my head a little bit. Like, plus also, what am I going to talk to this puppet about? And in my mind, it's a puppet like talking to the phone, but it's not. It's a dude just talking on the cell phone. He's probably waiting to board a plane.
I would think that too. There's literally a gentleman holding Kermit as a Muppet and moving his mouth over the phone. I would believe that too.
In my mind, it's no gentleman. It's just the frog. It's just the puppet talking on the phone. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. Good morning.
So good.
You should have treated him like Larry David did to Elmo a couple of weeks back, where he strangled him. It's on the phone.
It's on the phone, buddy.
But just kind of berate him on the phone.
I got a little starstruck. I did with Kermit the Frog and also Henry Winkler. Got a little bit nervous about Henry Winkler, the Fonz, because you got to understand he was the biggest TV star in the world.
Yeah.
He was the guy. Got a little bit. Yeah, your childhood stuff messes with your head a little bit. Linda Carter, who was Wonder Woman, she was on the show, and I was like, man, I gotta tell you, we're doing this like 8:30 in the morning on like a Tuesday morning.
Oh God.
I'm like, man, you gotta understand, you were like my first celebrity crush. Wonder Woman, you in that role. And I think you were the first crush that my father, God rest his soul, and I shared. So it was like that father and his only boy, and we have this bonding thing that we connect on, and it's you and our love for you. And she's like, that's great. I'm here to talk to you about irritable bowel syndrome.
Well, she probably.
And I was like, well, that crush is gone now.
Yeah, she
So we're
probably
good.
got that her whole career after that incredible role.
I'm sure. To me, that's Wonder Woman. But I've been starstruck. So you didn't see Ortiz today?
No, but it was one of those things. If you ask Brian McLevin-Rowitz, every time we would look outside of the tent, and it seemed like some people were looking for something, I immediately like stood up, and I was like, "Oh my God, he's here!"
Like any head turn, like okay, that's the people
yeah.
looking at.
And I've never been so like, "Oh my gosh, he's here! Oh my gosh, he's here! Oh my gosh, he's here!"
Who'd you do that over, LeBron?
What?
Who are you talking about?
Ortiz.
Today.
I thought you didn't see him today.
I didn't,
Exactly.
but it was the idea that he was already there when people were like, "Oh my God, look at this," and everybody would.
You
look
might have
one
cried
way.
though. You might have cried, and it might have been embarrassing.
I for sure. I
What if you did one of those Chris Farleys where you're like, oh my God, so you're David Ortiz, and remember that time in the World Series where there was 2 outs and you guys were down by a run and there was a guy on base and then you hit a home run? Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. What if you did Chris Farley with Paul McCartney?
And it wouldn't surprise me if it happened. At least like
Way to be professional.
what? No, I was very professional. I was ready to be professional.
Way to be if you did that.
Oh, I know, but it's a true test of I need to get over it.
When you went to college, did they have chalk for the chalkboard, or were they still just drawing like in the dirt outside the schoolhouse?
Let me know when you're done.
Did your schoolhouse have a floor, or was it like?
Was it a dirt floor?
Yeah.
Or was there a floor?
Are we talking about here at the Dominican Republic?
No, at FAU. When you were in college. Was there like a bell that somebody would pull a rope, like a ding that let you know the class was over?
Was there an AD in your textbook, or was your textbook written before they made the crossover? Dang it, I messed up. I meant to say BC.
Yeah, that didn't go so good.
You did that to yourself.
Yeah.
Too much.
All right, can we run that back?
I hope the audiogram comes up after that so everybody sees how much of a failure you were trying to diss me in this.
What year did your textbook go up to? How about that? Cuban Missile Crisis? No.
Again, doing too much. I wish I had the I wish I had the
There
one
you
up.
go. That'll
Another
work.
one up. Let's get back to the subject. Shocking Taylor Swift apparently tried to get in good with the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line by giving them all what? Listen to Andy Reid. He explains this.
I think it's a great escape for her, where she can come in and she sincerely enjoys the games.
Yeah.
And kind of behind the scenes, she likes to cook, so she made the offensive linemen these homemade Pop-Tarts.
Oh, wow.
So it was over.
What?
Right, it was
Taylor
over.
Swift homemade Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, so it was over. She knew right where to go.
No, right to go.
Yeah.
Did
you
get one?
They
They got the rest of the
it's
team.
over.
Right.
Did
they give you one?
She didn't give me one. I'm like,
damn.
And the offensive lineman definitely didn't give me one.
I'm going to get so rich, I'm stopping at Publix on the walk home from work, and I'm just going to buy some Pop-Tarts, and then I'm going to go on eBay and say, these are Pop-Tarts that are homemade. I'm going to take them out the foil, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Put them in Ziploc bags.
Mhm.
And I'm going to say, these are Pop-Tarts that Taylor Swift baked and brought to the offensive line, the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this story's out, and then I'm going to sell them on eBay for literally tens of thousands of dollars.
Make sure it's a.
And I'm going to fund a research project to try and dig up the time capsule from when you were in college.
There's so many Swifties that there's the dumbest of everybody, of every group of people. There are some dumb Swifties.
They're
that
not a
would
dumb
go for
group.
that.
They're a savvy,
No.
smart group. But you're right. There's got to be some. Like, it'd be a lot easier if this was for professional wrestling fans. You know, like idiots like
100%,
C-Cat.
yes.
Like those people be like, oh, Andre the Giant sneezed on this rag. His germs are on it. You could clone it, make a new one of him. It's in a Ziploc bag. And they'll be like, I'll sell my mama's teeth for that. See?
Well, there is a wrestler right now in AEW who walks out with a water bottle every time, and he throws it in the crowd every single time. Go on eBay. You'll find John Moxley water bottles, just crushed up, no brand name.
And there's a ton of people trying to sell it, pretending it's
This is
real.
from September 14th edition of AEW Dynamite.
Liars. Bad news for the Kansas City Chiefs. The report cards are out. Where's that music? Play that music again. That's very schoolhouse. The old Dean's List. Excuse me, not diary. Dean's List. Take a listen, kids. The story of the report cards has to do with like workplace satisfaction, if you will. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the report cards are in, and they are not good for the Kansas City Chiefs. Players for the Chiefs, all scores considered, have them now ranked the second to worst of the entire league. Kansas City Chiefs report card survey has them 31st. Second only to the Washington Commanders. More than 1,700 players, it was 1,300 last year, participate in a survey between August and November, which is released by the Players Association today. Players are asked to grade their teams on a wide variety of subjects, from team facilities to coaching staffs to owners. How about that? So we do this at our workplace. I'm sure lots of workplaces do, where you give feedback about what you're happy with. What it'll say, things about workplace or leadership, but they get very specific where you can grade for the NFL scoring, for the report card scoring. Chiefs ranked 31st out of 32, and this is surprisingly most confusing because Andy Reid ranked first overall among the 32 coaches. So the Chiefs players love their coach. They just hate a lot of other stuff about playing there.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy enough. And by the way that this is scored, it's very heavily weighed on coach's score. So that means they really hated lots of other stuff. If your coach scores number one and you score overall second to last, that means there's a lot of stuff that you really hate. Because it's heavily weighed for that. Everything's not worth the same.
For sure.
Head coach is worth more. So listen real quick.
Okay.
Chiefs owner Clark Hunt ranked last out of 32 team owners.
Wow.
They don't like Clark Hunt. I met the guy, Super Bowl Radio Row. Seemed like a nice guy.
Well,
I
you're
don't
on
work
Radio
for him. I don't
Row.
play for him. But also, he doesn't, supply my chair at work, which is a problem for the Chiefs. Those grades were based on what players perceived as a willingness to invest in the team facilities. The Chiefs ranked 26th in the food/cafeteria category. They ranked 31st in nutritionist/dietitian category.
We've seen the picture of Patrick Mahomes.
And 31st in training room and 32nd in training staff. Quote, to me, this is not a shaming exercise, the NFLPA Executive Director Lloyd Howell said, adding, quote, we want to highlight teams that are doing well, but also highlight areas for improvement. It is kind of a shaming exercise.
100%.
And what you're saying is, Kansas City, go do something, because if you weren't winning, nobody would want to be there. Chiefs players also said they were promised after the 2022 season the locker room would be renovated, but it was not. According to the NFLPA, players were told the Super Bowl run extended the season too long, so the renovations couldn't be made. There wasn't enough time. Well, bad news. This year's Super Bowl was later than last year's, so you better get started on those renovations. Quote, I think there's some frustration coming back that, quote, hey, we keep winning Super Bowls and nothing's coming back to us. J.C. Trotter said. He's the NFLPA president. A number of teams ranked near the bottom last year took the grades to heart and made improvements. For example, the Arizona Cardinals. They stopped charging players for meals. They changed the floors and equipment in the weight room, and they added a small family gathering room on game days. Those are things that players thought they needed to do. Cincinnati Bengals were criticized following last year's survey for not providing players 3 meals a day, made a very slight change to the policy, and now they offer 3 meals on Wednesdays at the facility. It's normally a 6-day work week in the NFL, so 1 out of 6 ain't bad.
Better.
The team that made the biggest overall improvement, want to guess who it was? Go ahead, guess.
Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins, incorrect. C-Cat.
Baltimore Ravens.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow.
Jaguars. They opened a new training facility. They jumped from 28th to 5th overall.
Wow.
Last year's survey included a complaint about rats in the Jaguars team facilities. If you got rats in 2023, now 2024 in your facility, you can see why guys are like, dude, I need a new training facility.
100%.
Please. Quote, no more rats was one of the things Treader mentioned with a wry smile in discussing the areas in which a team showed improvement. No more rats. That's good. The team that suffered the most significant drop from last year. Who dropped the most from you has money?
Huh.
Jeanette.
Dallas Cowboys.
Correct. The Dallas Cowboys is
Really?
absolutely correct. They had the biggest drop.
Ooh, I like what you did there. Beastie Boys.
Shout out Beastie Boys. Drop. The Cowboys had the biggest drop from last year. They went from 5th to 12th.
Wow.
Charts, the main reason was the D-plus grade players gave the training staff, which ranked 30th overall, mainly because players felt the team doesn't have enough trainers. You'd think they'd have lots of trainers. You'd think lots of people would want to do it, and even for less money to get to do it. Quote, one of the things that we're seeing is significant understaffing of training staffs around the league. Teams should be incentivized to get their players on the field because it makes them better too. So that frustrates a lot of guys. So think about that for a second. And we'll bring the music down just for a moment. Thank you. Everyone needs treatment. I know the sidewalk's fascinating right now. You with me? Everyone needs treatment.
Everyone needs treatment.
Yeah, everyone needs treatment. And guys don't want to wait. It's another reflection of a generation that isn't used to having to wait. It's another reflection of the impatience. And by the way, it's not just Gen X and Gen Z that are impatient. I'm impatient as hell. And I'm several generations before that. I'm Gen Z. I'm sorry, Gen X. I'm Gen X. So I come even before the millennials. The problem with the trainers is that everybody needs treatment, and you got to wait for other dudes to finish treatment before you can get your treatment. So that means some dudes don't want to wait. So what are they doing? They're skipping it all together. And therefore they get injured or they stay injured, etc. You'd think a cowboy organization that has the resources would say, all right, we want to make sure that everybody gets treatment, whether you think you need it or not, and you don't have to wait to do it. But we talk about the impatience of the current day athlete, the current day 25-year-old. This plays right into it, Cowboys have everything you'd ever want, but apparently I got to wait too long to get treatment. Now you're smiling with a smirk. Why is that, C-Cat?
No, I think you're pointing at me. Call me impatient. But I think it's
No,
also...
I'm not calling you impatient. No, we've talked about the Gen Z. Yeah. The problem is it's not you guys' fault. If I'm 25 years old, I'm not. C-Cat is. It's not his fault he's impatient. It's not his fault that he's disposable and quick to just the next. He's grown up with technology that allows him to have to watch and listen to and play whatever he wants, wherever he wants, whenever he wants. Tablets, smartphones, Google, the portable DVD on the back of the headset on your minivan when you're 1 year old. So those things rewire a brain to now or never, forget it, throw it away. Your generation ghosts. Previous generations didn't ghost. They used to meet in person. And then they didn't meet in person. It was a phone call. And then it wasn't a phone call. Then it was a text message. So it's getting less and less personal because it's less and less confront the issue. Disposability. Best of luck to, relationships and marriages in the future. Best of luck to the idea of being monogamous. Because now on Instagram, something's not going right. You open your DMs and guess what? There's other dudes that make me feel good. There's other women that can make me feel good. There's somebody that can just put my attention. They want to show me love instead.
Dating apps and everything.
But I think it's a fascinating parallel between the Cowboys and the fact that they dropped so low because there's not enough trainers, they thought.
I think one team, the Kansas City Chiefs, kind of go off what you've always been preaching about football teams and the connection of playing for each other, playing for themselves, and playing for the coach.
Yep.
The fact that that team and that organization was so negative in everything, minus Andy Reid. Andy Reid getting that A+.
They're still 31st overall, but he's number one.
He's number one. So it really shows that Kansas City Chiefs locker room really believes in their head coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that says a lot.
Absolutely. But also the way that the survey's rated and weighted, it means that, man, they're really unhappy with a bunch of stuff if they could still have him at number one and they're still 31st.
For sure.
That they're really unhappy. By the way, the last thing I want to say on this is that the Las Vegas Raiders dropped from 3rd to 9th because the survey added head coach as a category this year.
Oh, I thought it was because they don't get to see Jimmy Garoppolo
Stop
as much.
it. Raiders have one of the best facilities in the league, ranking top 5 in categories like weight room, locker room, training room, cafeteria. They ranked 32nd in head coach because the bulk of the surveys were conducted before Josh McDaniels was fired.
Again, going back to what I was saying earlier, playing for yourself.
They hated him. They hated him.
Playing for the coach.
They hated him. We'll get more of this coming up maybe tomorrow. Run short on time right now. Coming up when we return, which SportsCenter anchor tried to slander putting what in your protein balls? You heard what I said. And we'll play 2 Truths and a Lie with Jeanette Javier, the Dominican.
Slovakian?
Yeah, where are you from? Are you Russian? What's your deal?
No, I'm not Russian.
What are you, Irish or something?
No, I would love to be Irish, though.
How did you learn your limited Spanish? Is it from Rosetta Stone? Babbel?
Could be it.
What
It's
app are you using to learn
easier
your
than ever.
What app are you using to learn your limited Spanish? Phantasma.
Let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
Okay.
Coming up, all that and more when we come back. First, though, reminder the Ed Morse Automotive Group wants everyone to realize that what you drive actually does say a lot about you. What you're driving, and it says a lot about who you bought it from. Because if what you're driving has Ed Morse name on it, it says you expect a lot from your vehicle and from those that sold you your vehicle. Ed Morse doesn't just sell vehicles, they stand behind them and behind each and every one of the more than 2 million people who drive them. That's why the family-owned and operated Ed Morse Automotive Group of dealerships has been in business since 1946. 77 years of dedication to customers and community. When Ed Morse says they have your back, you can believe them. You are backed by Morse, I assure you. Ed Morse proudly supports the Miami Dolphins. Make sure your next vehicle is backed by Morse. Visit edmorse.com today, edmorse.com, because you're always backed by Morse. It's the home team on ESPN 106.3 and on YouTube.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Join Spirit of Giving and 30 local nonprofits for the 5th annual Community Spirit Race. The Community Spirit Race is a certified 5K run and 1-mile family walk on Saturday, March 2nd at FAU Stadium. Registration and a light breakfast is at 6:30 a.m. and the race starts at 8 a.m. After the race, there is an award ceremony, a kids' fun run on FAU Field, and a nonprofit showcase where you can learn more about your community.
International Diamond Center invites you to step into a world of elegance and luxury as we roll out the red carpet for the world's 2 largest bridal designers. Next weekend, March 8th through 10th, Tacori and Verragio will be here with their entire collections. Exceptional handcrafted rings made with intricate detail and craftsmanship. See the entire collection from Tacori. Exquisite handcrafted rings from true artisans in California. And here from New York, see all the latest from Verragio. Unique, distinctive, and personalized. Find the ring of your dreams and enjoy 2 years 0-interest financing. Plus, at this event, when you buy any Tacori or Verragio ring, IDC will give you a $500 gift card. Buy the matching wedding band and get a $1,000 gift card. Don't miss this spectacular event featuring the most exclusive designers in bridal, and let IDC's experts help you match up the most perfect diamond for the ring you'll fall in love with. It's happening next weekend, March 8th through 10th, exclusively at International Diamond Center, US 1 and PSL Boulevard, on approved credit.
Time now for a PNC pause. PNC Bank is committed to helping the customers and the communities they serve move forward financially. See how they can make a difference for you at PNC.com.
Introducing DQ Grill & Chill's new Parmesan garlic tossed chicken strips. All white meat, juicy chicken strips tossed in rich, creamy Parmesan sauce. You won't find chicken strips like this anywhere else. Plus, the mint brownie blizzard of the month. And the new confetti dip cone with rainbow sprinkles. Free cone day is Tuesday, March 19th, where you can get a free small vanilla cone applicable to one person. DQ Grill & Chill, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1, just south of North Lake.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 2, beware of strangers. If you've been in an accident and a stranger contacts you to get your case, watch out. They're breaking the law. These crooks knock on your door, send you text messages, and even go into your hospital room uninvited. They work for shady clinics and lawyers who want the insurance proceeds for themselves. Don't hire them, report them. Call Rubenstein Law at 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Offices in Palm Beach and throughout Florida.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
Pig Beach Barbecue Palm Beach is the best barbecue in South Florida. Mouth-watering brisket, pulled pork, baby back ribs, and all the classic favorites. Pig Beach has specials every day like Taco and Trivia Tuesdays, Fried Fish Fridays, and a weekend brunch you have to try featuring chicken and waffles, house-smoked pastrami, and a lot more. Pig Beach Barbecue Palm Beach is the best place to catch all the basketball games on their video walls and state-of-the-art sound system. Call Pig Beach to cater your next party. Pig Beach Barbecue Palm Beach on South Dixie Highway in West Palm Beach.
It's time for the biggest event on the Treasure Coast. Of course, it's the St. Lucie County Fair, featuring the wide-open PRCA Pro Rodeo, the Crash Demolition Derby, 17 ground attractions, livestock shows, and over 100 free things to see and do. And don't forget your Mega Pass, which is entry and unlimited rides every day of the fair for just $90. Or skip the ticket booths and get our new Turbo ticket, bundling gate and rides together. The fun starts February 23rd. Get tickets at stluciecountyfair.org.
It's lights out in Miami. The 2024 Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix takes off May 3rd through the 5th. The 3-day event is filled with art, music, world-class cuisine, and of course, top-notch racing. Tickets are available now. Choose from a variety of grandstands, each with a fantastic track view that puts you right in the center of the action and gives you access to the full campus. Visit F1MiamiGP.com. That's F1 MiamiGP.com today.
ESPN 1063. This is Josh Cohen and the Home Team. Listen live worldwide on any smart speaker by saying play ESPN West Palm. This is ESPN 1063.
Protein balls, peanut butter, oats, chocolate.
Okay.
Is there molasses in there maybe? Something?
No. Honey.
Honey. That's right. That's what it is. We got a sports center anchor that I had to go to battle with today. Me and they battled a little bit on Twitter. Wait till I see them next time.
Uh-oh.
Because they were complaining that the ESPN cafeteria at Bristol sells those amazing protein energy balls, but added something to it. And I'm like, that's awesome. Not everybody sees food additives the same way. Nobody sees certain ingredients the same way. I'm aware of that. But I want to know which side of history I'm on. Generally, I'm on the right side of history. But sometimes I'm way off. I always thought it was Bert and Ernie. I'm sorry, Ernie and Bert. And people tell me it's Bert and Ernie. I always refer to those boys as Ernie and Bert. How do you say it? Bert and Ernie.
Bert and Ernie, of
Bert
course.
and Ernie.
Bert and Ernie.
I always said Ernie and Bert. Ernie was my guy, though. I always hated Bert. Bert's the annoying roommate that you never wanted.
Oh.
I mean, this might be really boring to say, but I think it was one syllable name and multiple syllable name.
Normally, that's how it is, right?
Bert and Ernie. Mike and the Mad Dog. Can't think of anybody else.
Mad Dog. It's 3 syllables.
I said multiple. I didn't say 2.
He said
Yeah,
multiple.
no, I know, but I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, normally speaking, you do the short and then the long. But Ernie is the star of the show. Bert's the annoying pest
cute.
of a roommate.
He's a cute one.
Bert's the cute one?
I'm just trying. No,
That looks
he's
like a
not.
pineapple.
He is not. It's
Down
just like
girl. What?
no, he's
laughing
not.
about?
It's just like, oh, he's a cute one.
We're having the hots for puppets now.
Oh my.
Excuse me.
God.
Hey, jackass. They're not puppets. They're Muppets. Get it right. Who's the cuter Muppet? Guy Smiley or Bert?
Guy Smiley.
Guy Smiley looks like Jordan Sherwood, our former teammate. And Jordan never knew that until I showed him a picture. And now if you go on our Twitter, our former team, he's still our teammate.
Yes,
he's just in
still our
Chicago.
teammate.
But Jordan Sherwood used to host Inside the Cage and do shows with all of us. If you look at his Twitter bio, his Twitter avatar is Guy Smiley.
Yep.
From me telling him that in 2014.
Oh, wow.
Where I'm like, you look like Guy Smiley. He's like, what's that? I'm like, what's that? He's the game show host. He's like the polished TV guy from Sesame Street. Anyway, I'm way lost. St. Lucie Battery and Tire, they'll help you find your way. St. Lucie Battery and Tire. I love a family-owned company. I love accountability. I do not appreciate people getting scammed and schemed and nickeled and dimed. I don't appreciate people that have to learn the hard way who they can and shouldn't trust. So I'm on the air for a long time. And I got to be on the air for a long time because I don't lie to people. I don't BS to people. I tell the people the truth. If you have good experiences and you believe in a product or a company or a service, word of mouth is always the most powerful form of marketing and advertising. It's not even what I'm doing right now as much as it is someone out there that has a good experience or, God forbid, a bad experience with any company, and you tell others. Well, I'm telling you, I got oil changes from St. Lucie Battery and Tire in 1998. This is a great family, a great hardworking blue-collar family that has 17 locations to sell you and change out your batteries and tires, oil changes, major, minor service repair. When you take care of people, you know what? They give you business. That's how it used to work with small communities and now we're big communities. But it's the same principle. The American dream. Work hard. Hopefully, next generation do a little better than one before that. But take care of your people. SLBT.com. They've been the home of honest, reliable service since 1970. Know this. Make an appointment. Check them out online. Or just pop in is what you can do. Oil changes faster and cheaper than the dealership that sold you the vehicle. Batteries for every kind of vehicle. And again, everything from wiper blades down through brand new tires. St. Lucie Battery and Tire, the home of honest, reliable service since 1970. Who's a sports anchor that tried to slander putting what in your protein energy balls? Who are we talking about? It's a home team mystery. It's a mystery to you, not to me. Who am I talking about? He does a lot of sports centers. Narrow it down, see cat go.
Was it Neil Everett?
It was not Neil Everett, who, by the way, hasn't been with the company since he retired 9 months ago.
John Anderson.
Jeanette.
Matt Berry.
It was Matt Berry. I think I told you that, didn't
Yes,
I?
you did.
Yeah, I did. I can't give you the sound effect. It was Matt Berry. It was. Matt Berry was complaining on SportsCenter about them putting coconut in the chocolate peanut butter energy balls. How would you not want coconut? Would you or would you not want coconut in your chocolate peanut butter protein energy ball?
I love coconut.
Thank you. It's not for everybody.
No, but it is just sweet, delicious, healthy goodness.
See, Kat?
I don't know what an energy ball is. What is like?
It is literally a ball that's oats, like oatmeal, like granola oatmeal sort of deal.
Yeah.
And then it's just peanut butter and then some chocolate in that. It's rolled up. It's the ball. Pop it in. But there's coconut in the ones in the ESPN cafeteria, and Matt Berry's complaining that it ruins it.
I love pina coladas, so I can't knock coconut at all.
No, you cannot.
I tweeted at Matt Berry and said, hey, Matt Berry, you're my guy. You know this. But if you continue to slander coconut and its inclusion in the peanut butter energy balls in the Bristol cafeteria, we're going to have a problem. You're on notice. Matt Berry replied moments later and said, you don't ruin a perfect thing with the shavings of coconut, so it's like eating a ball of grass. How is coconut like grass?
It tastes nothing like grass.
Not texturally, not flavorly, not odoriferously, nothing.
One is one is just sweet and tangy and adds extra oomph to whatever dish you put it on.
I replied and said, first off, how dare you? Coconut is a gift from God. I believe coconut is a gift from God.
Amen.
And it kept Chuck Nolan alive on that godforsaken island after the FedEx cargo plane disaster. Remember in the beginning of Castaway, he had to deal tried to sustain himself off of coconut. And then I tagged Evan. I had to bring Evan into it. Evco Radio, come get your boy. I'm furious. I will fight you, Matt Berry. I'm looking right now into the camera on YouTube. I will fight you next time I see you if you disparage coconut. Evan and Matt, they'll get it sorted out, I'm sure.
No, for sure.
Evan will take care of it. Evan will handle it.
You ever had coconut water like from a coconut?
Of course.
Of course, that's the best type.
Like you've cracked the coconut open.
With a machete.
It's disgusting.
No, it's fantastic.
What?
It tastes like saliva.
Good.
That's one of my favorite drinks, period.
During the break, actually, no, come in studio. Can you come in studio real quick? I wanted to do this on camera. I'm going to spit in your mouth. You tell me if that tastes like saliva. I mean, it tastes like coconut water.
No.
Tick, or TLC 01974, must be
a bot.
Must be born 1974. Said coconut is disgusting and ruins everything it touches. Tick, you are now blocked.
You're a tasteless human.
On Twitter. How do you not like coconut?
I have no idea.
I don't trust people that don't like coconut.
I don't either. I don't want them around.
I get it. I get it if you don't want pineapple on your pizza. Like, I get that. It's okay. I love pineapple and bacon on pizza. Pineapple hot peppers. I love that. If you don't, I understand it. But coconut, I don't get that. Not for the life of me. We come back. It's a 2-minute warning. C-Cat's got love, hate, dad joke daily. Jeanette gets to vote whether she loves it or hates it. We'll find out on that coming up next. Brain Matters Research. These are amazing people. God bless. Brain Matters Research. For those of us that have lost a loved one, you witness firsthand what happens from Alzheimer's and dementia. You know for certain you don't ever want that for anyone that you know and love again. You know for certain you don't want that for yourself, for certain. What Brain Matters Research does is quick memory screenings to find out if people are going to be eligible for a study. If you're 50 and over, you should be having these little memory, it's a quick little memory test, screening, annually anyways, part of your checkup. People that are not 50 and over, tell your loved ones and friends, just go do it. Costs absolutely nothing. Nothing that they do can cost or would cost anything ever anyways. You don't need insurance. They've got FDA-approved treatments that are stopping the effects in many cases, slowing progression of related difficulties from dementia and Alzheimer's. It's leading form. You could be compensated for your time, you could be compensated for your travel. Everything would be covered. If, in fact, it goes beyond your memory screening where they go, no, you're good. But if there are signs that show that you should participate in the study, everything from PET scans to MRIs, everything would be included. We're talking about you being able to maintain your memories, your identity, your independence for the rest of your life, as opposed to just saying, I don't want to know, doing nothing about it, and then winding up having to have people take care of it because you have no concept. It is a horrific way to go. Do not let that be the final chapter for yourself and the people you love. Go to memoryscreeningsflorida.com, memoryscreeningsflorida.com. They have offices in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. They are amazing people. It is amazing work. And again, nothing will ever cost you a cent. Please, for the people that you know and love, 50 and over, just go find out. Sometimes there's no true indication for 10 or 15 years before memory disease. Well, they can find that. memoryscreeningsflorida.com. Brain Matters Research, making your memories matter. 2-minute warning is now. Home Team on ESPN 106.3 and on YouTube.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
International Diamond Center invites you to step into a world of elegance and luxury as we roll out the red carpet for the world's 2 largest bridal designers. Next weekend, March 8th through 10th, Tacori and Verragio will be here with their entire collections. Exceptional handcrafted rings made with intricate detail and craftsmanship. See the entire collection from Tacori. Exquisite handcrafted rings from true artisans in California. And here from New York, see all the latest from Verragio. Unique, distinctive, and personalized. Find the ring of your dreams and enjoy 2 years 0-interest financing. Plus, at this event, when you buy any Tacori or Verragio ring, IDC will give you a $500 gift card. Buy the matching wedding band and get a $1,000 gift card. Don't miss this spectacular event featuring the most exclusive designers in bridal, and let IDC's experts help you match up the most perfect diamond for the ring you'll fall in love with. It's happening next weekend, March 8th through 10th, exclusively at International Diamond Center, US 1 and PSL Boulevard, on approved credit.
It is the 2-minute warning, and it's being brought to you by Truist. When you start with Care, you get a different kind of bank. You get a better kind of bank. You get Truist. Checking, savings, credit cards, mortgages, loans, investments, all of it. Check them out online at truist.com. Visit a branch near you. Feel the difference. See the difference. It's not what people say that matters. It's what they do, and that comes from Care. When you start with Care, you get a better bank. You get Truist. See, Kat, what's your joke of the day?
What's the favorite board game from people from Prague?
Don't know what.
Checkers.
Awesome. Coming up next, it's the boardroom with Ken Levicka, Amber, and Ian.
I loved it.
And then we got game night from 10 till midnight. Tomorrow we are live from the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, and we'll be on Friday as well. So no YouTube stream, but you can still listen to it there. Listen to us on the radio, business as usual. Kids, remember, every day above ground.
It's a good day.
So say goodnight to the bad guy.
Bye-bye, bad guy.
Have a great night. See you tomorrow at 4. Home team time, just about 6 p.m.
Anajar and Levine accident attorneys call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3 WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Time now for a PNC pause. PNC Bank is committed to making a difference in the lives of the customers they serve in the